What's up, KFG gang? It's your boy Big Boy John 25 minutes, and I'm gonna do my WWE Raw review and highlights. So you guys do hit that like button and hit that red button. Let's get started. Tonight's WWE Raw opens live from the Vivint Smart Home Arena in Salt Lake City, Utah, as the power explodes as fans cheer. Tom Phillips welcomes us. Tom sends us a video package showing what Randy Orton did to WWE Hall of Famer Edge last Monday. Welcome. We come back, and out comes Randy Orton to the ring as fans give him a mixed reaction, mostly boos. Tom is joined by Byron Saxton and WWE Hall of Famer Jerry Lawler at the announcer table. Tom relays the WWE Now report from earlier today, which said Edge is back at home recovering and awaiting test results for several he had done over the past week. It was also said that the Rated R superstar will provide an update to his fans early next week. Orton takes his time getting into the ring and slowly leans on the ropes. Fans start booing louder. A "You suck" chant starts up. Orton enters the ring and leans on the top rope in the corner, taking it all in and thinking. The boos continue. Orton slowly stands on the second turnbuckle and looks out at the crowd. He hops back down and continues slowly walking to the other. Continue. Orton says he guesses he owes everyone an apology. The fan boos get louder. You see the thing. Orton keeps stopping as the boos down him out. Fans chant Edge now. Orton stops and starts to talk again, but a "You suck" chant shuts him down. Orton says he can't do this. He puts the mic down and exits the ring as the crowd gets louder. He stopped at ringside to think about it all again. Orton walks off to the back now, exiting to the side instead of going backstage through the stage. The boos continue. Tom leads us to a video package on what happened between Drew McIntyre and the WWE Champion Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, and Drew Biggs win in the 30-man Royal Rumble main event. Tom plugs their WrestleMania 36 match and says Drew could have a different opponent because of tonight's triple threat to determine Lesnar challenger at WWE Super Showdown. Raw Tag Team Champion Seth Rollins versus Ricochet versus Bobby Lashley also tonight. The Viking Raiders and Kevin Owens versus Raw Tag Team Champions Buddy Murphy and the ALP in an elimination match. Lana versus Liv Morgan. I can tell you how I feel about Lana. Lana is not the best in the world. Lana is garbage. Liv Morgan is way better than Lana. That's all I gotta say. Because Liv Morgan is good in the ring. That's my opinion. We go to the ring and out comes first Lana. No signs of Bobby Lashley. Back to commercial. Back from the break and Liv Morgan is out next. The bell rings and Liv immediately sends Lana down. She clutches her wrist and screams out, demanding a doctor as referee checks on her. This was just a ruse as she suckers Liv in on low. Lana goes to work and beats Liv Morgan down for a 2 count, manhandling her some. Lana grounds Liv and keeps her grounded. Liv tries to fight up, but Lana slams her back down by her hair. Lana keeps control until Liv gets the win with ease out of nowhere for the second week in a row. The winner of the match, Liv Morgan. After the match, Liv stands tall and celebrates until the music interrupts, and out comes the returning Ruby Roitt, which is the favorite part of Monday Night Raw. I'm glad to see Ruby Roitt back in WWE. She was gone a very long time. That was right before the Superstar shakeup. But anyway, let me continue. Who has been out of action since having double shoulder surgery back in May. They all smile as fans chant Ruby as she enters the ring and they go to hug, but Ruby drops Liv and then unloads on her. Lana is all smiles at what happened. Ruby takes advantage of the distraction and drops Liv from behind again. Ruby heads to the back, stopping to turn back around and smiles at the ring. Lana picks Liv Morgan back up and dribbles her into the mat. Lana continues to scream while backing up the ramp as a furious Liv recovers in the ring. This also leads to Liv Morgan versus Ruby Roitt feud. I wouldn't mind it, so that's just my opinion. Liv Morgan and Ruby Roitt will be going at it in a feud, so it is what it is from there. But anyway, let me continue. I just have to put that out there. Still to come, Drew McIntyre will be here. Back to commercial. Back from the break, and Tom showed us how there was a big snowstorm in the arena, and says there was concern that Raw might not happen. They show us a crowd shot and mention how WWE fans made it out to pack the show. Mojo Rawley versus Drew McIntyre. This match was quick, but honestly, I just don't care about the 24/7 champion. We go to the ring, and the WWE 24/7 champion Mojo Rawley is waiting with his offensive lineman Riddick Moss. I don't know who that is. Never heard of him. But anyway, Tom says Mojo's title will not be on the line in this match. Out next comes Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre takes the mic as fans chant for him. He thanks Salt Lake City for making it through the blizzard to be here tonight. Drew says he will be with Mojo in just a minute, but warns him that he will claymore his head off just 3 seconds after putting the mic down. Drew addressed his WrestleMania 36 opponent, WWE Brock Lesnar, and how Brock attacked him from behind last week. Drew says Brock is a coward and is an apparent offensive of the sexy Scotsman. Drew says Brock knows he just a big and just as fast, and he got a secret weapon, the Claymore. Fans chant Drew now. Drew points up at the WrestleMania 36 sign, and he will finally be the WWE champion after kicking Lesnar's oversized head off his body. Drew jokes that he forgot Mojo was there, but like he said, 3 seconds, the bell rings and Mojo charged Drew immediately and nails a Claymore kick for the pin to win. The winner of the match, Drew McIntyre. After the match, Drew music hits as he marches out. We go to replay. Charlie Caruso is backstage with the Artists of Pain and the Raw Tag Team Champions, Buddy Murphy. And AOP goes to speak, but Murphy says he's got this. He says they already won tonight's match because they're on the right side of history. He goes on and mentions being allegiant with partners Seth Rollins is Masai and takes shots at Kevin Owens and the Viking Raiders tonight. Rollins walks off and says tonight could be historic for them. He sends them away and says he got this. Rollins goes on about tonight's triple threat and how he defeated Brock Lesnar in the past. Rollins says Drew needs to see the written on the wall and starts preparing for another WrestleMania opponent. The Monday Night Messiah. Rollins walks off. Elimination match: Kevin Owens and the Viking Raiders versus Buddy Murphy in the Artists of Pain. We go back to the ring, and out comes first Kevin Owens for tonight's 6-man elimination match. Back to commercial. Tom mentions how Samoa Joe isn't here tonight because he not medically cleared due to last week. Back from the break, and out comes the Viking Raiders, Eric and LeVar. Raw Tag Team Champions, Buddy Murphy and the Artists of Pain. Akam and Reza are out next with Raw Tag Team Champions Seth Rollins leading them. Mike Rome does the introductions and goes over the rules before the match. LeVar and Murphy go at it to start the match. The Vikings with a quick tag and double teaming on Murphy to start dominating him. Eric slams LeVar on top of Murphy, and then Vikings celebrates for a pop. And upset Rollins watches from ringside as we go back to commercial with Murphy down. Back from the break, and LeVar tags in and goes at it with Rezar. They unload on each other. Eric comes back in and works Rezar over. Rezar explodes out of the corner with a clothesline. Akam tags in for some double teaming. Akam mounts Eric with fists. Murphy tags back in for a quick double team. Eric fights off the corner, but the numbers game is a problem. Eric continues fighting with Murphy as he looks for a tag. Eric levels Murphy and tags in LeVar. LeVar unloads on Akam as he also comes in. LeVar splashes Akam. Rezar tags in, but LeVar fights him off. LeVar with the senton on Rezar. Murphy also gets dropped and then clotheslined by LeVar as fans go wild. Eric tags in for a big double team and clothesline combo to Murphy. AOP breaks Eric's pin's attempt at one. Akam and Rezar gets tossed out to the floor on the opposite side. LeVar takes out Rezar on the floor. Eric nails a suicide dive next, taking out Akam on the floor. LeVar gets launched shoulder first onto the apron, lead board by Rezar. Owens comes to check on him. Rollins nails a big stump on Eric at ringside, putting him down face first on the floor. Murphy goes on in the ring, taking advantage and pinning LeVar for the elimination. LeVar has been eliminated. Referee checks on LeVar at ringside, and he's not happy. He finally makes his exit, but he's upset and clutching his arm. Eric is also down at ringside. Still, Owens returns to the apron, and he's focused to face off with all three of his opponents alone. Fans cheer Owens on as he looks around. Back to commercial. Back from the break, and Akam works Owens over for a 2 count as Rollins cheers him on. Murphy comes back in and double team. Owens ends up taking Murphy down on the ringside. They bring it back and Murphy levels Owens for a 2 count. As well as share him on AOP with more attacks and power moves to Owens to keep him down. Akam stomps on Owens as Rollins watches. Akam keeps Owens grounded with a headlock now. Owens fights up and out. Owens charges, but Akam meets him with a knee to the gut for a 2. Murphy comes back in and keeps Owens down. Rollins poses at ringside to mostly boos. Murphy gets dropped by Owens, and he can't keep the momentum going. Rezar tags in and pounds on Owens to keep him down in the corner. Murphy tags in and sends Owens into the corner, but he knocks Rezar off the apron. Owens takes Akam down. Owens keeps fighting and rocks Murphy. Owens with a big cannonball from the apron to Akam on the floor now. Rezar charged, but Owens sends him into the steel ring steps. Murphy comes out, but Owens dropped him with a big kick. Owens brings it back in the ring and goes to the top for a big swanton, but Murphy gets his knees up and Owens lands hard. Murphy and Owens tangle more until Owens catches him with a big pop-up powerbomb for the pin. Buddy Murphy has been eliminated. Akam comes in and pounds on Owens after taking him back down. Owens counters a move and drops Akam with a big stunner in the middle of the ring. Owens calls for the pin right after the last elimination. Akam has been eliminated. It's now down to Owens and Rezar. We see Rollins at ringside hyping Rezar up, getting in his face and pushing him around to get him ready. He sends Ruitt back into battle, but Owens works him, then super kicks him into the corner. Owens drops Ruitt in the corner and hits a running cannonball. Owens goes back to the top and nails the senton, but Ruitt kicks out at 2. Owens ends up picking Ruitt on his shoulders. Rollins gets on the apron for a distraction. Owens swings, but this allows Ruitt to turn Owens inside out. Ruitt with a big spine buster in the middle of the ring now. Rollins barks orders from ringside as Ruitt nails another big spine buster on Owens for the pin to win. The winners of the match, Ruitt, Akam, and Buddy Murphy. After the match, the Artists of Pain music hits as Rollins and Ruitt march up the ramp. They greeting by Murphy and Akam on the stage. We go to replay. Rollins, Murphy, Akam, and Ruitt stand tall on the stage as raise their arms together. Owens recovers in the ring and looks on as they exit. Owens stands up in the middle of the ring now and recovers in ovation from the crowd. He takes it all in and goes to leave. We're backstage to Charlie Caruso and Ricochet. She asks what tonight's triple threat means, and he says he wanted to be the WWE champion since he was a kid, to prove he's the best tonight. He has the chance to prove that. He knows the odds are stacked against him as he has slim chances. Ricochet says tonight means everything to him. He walks off. Aleister Black versus Eric Young. This match was quick, but I didn't really care about this match. Eric Young keeps getting buried on the main roster. Anyway, we go back to the ring, and out comes Aleister Black. Back to commercial. Black from the break, and Eric Young is in the ring with Black. The bell rings, and Eric Young arms Black back into the ring, working him over. They fight, and Young keeps rocking Black. Black sweeps Young down and works him over on the mat. Black with the big knee. Young keeps bringing it, but Black levels him again. Black counters again and drops Young with a big kick to the head. Black picks Young back up and puts him right back down with a black mask for the pin to win. The winner of the match, Aleister Black. After the match, Black sits down in front of Young as his music hits. Black stands back up as we go to replay. Black takes the mic and asks if you remember when you were young. They told you that you could do whatever you want to until you later realized that it was quite the opposite. Black never understood that about our system because that's not real or authentic, whatever that is. He's a firm believer that people should believe in, be whoever they are, because that drives relentless competition. The lights goes down and a light shines over him in the ring as he sits down in the center. Black goes on about taking out everyone in the Raw locker room and says why they are laying there. They will realize it was done by a person who was told he could be whatever he wanted to be. Black stands back up and makes his exit as the music hits. We see how Humberto Carrillo drops WWE United States Champion Andrade on the concrete last week. Andrade is actually suspended for 30 days on his first violation of the WWE wellness policy, but Tom doesn't acknowledge that. Humberto Carrillo versus Angel Garza. Alright, we go back to the ring and out comes Humberto Carrillo. Back to commercial. Back from the break, and we see a star from The Biggest Loser at ringside. Carlito waits in the ring as the WWE NXT superstar Angel Garza makes his way out, accompanied by Selena Vega. Carlito and Garza are cousins. Selena Vega goes on about how Carlito messed with her business. She mentions Andrade being jumped on the concrete last week and says it's much worse. Vega says Garza is a former champion, the hottest latent prospect in the Humberto's cousin, Angel Garza. Fans boo them. They enter the ring and Garza takes the mic. He gets the what treatment to begin the promo. He talks down at Carlito and says he is the leader of their family, so Humberto answers to him. Garza goes on saying Carlito disgraced the family and has the mic snatches from him. Carlito talks trash in Spanish, and Vega slaps him. Garza drops Carlito out of nowhere and mounts him. Garza works Carlito over and then drops him in the middle of the ring with the wing clipper as Vega orders and cheers him on. Fans boo Garza after the clipper. Selena Vega instructs Garza to send Carlito to the floor. Garza does and sends Carlito into the steel ring steps. Vega exposed the concrete by pulling the mat back. The music hits and out comes Rey Mysterio to make the save. Garza hits the ring with Vega and they taunt Rey. Garza tells him to bring it. Rey checks on Humberto. Fans chant for the 619. Rey enters the ring and faces off with Angel Garza as we go to commercial. Rey Mysterio versus Angel Garza. This match was decent. It was just a decent match. This match was pretty good basically. But anyway, back from the break, and the match is underway as Rey Mysterio and Angel Garza go at it. After mind games by Angel Garza, Selena Vega barks orders from ringside. Lots of back and forth to start. Garza offers a handshake from his knees, but tries to sucker Rey in. Rey isn't falling for it. Garza ends up snatching his pants off, tossing them at Rey. Garza unloads with kicks now. Garza miss a splash in the corner. More back and forth. Garza yells at Rey to shake his hand. Garza with a drop kick. Garza miles offense, but Rey launches him into the ropes for the 619. But Garza turns it around. Garza slides out and then takes Rey off his feet to the floor from the apron. Garza stands over Rey on the floor as we go to commercial. Back from the break, and Garza keeps Rey down as Vega looks on from ringside. Garza poses on the ropes and shows off his waste too much time as he missed a moonsault. Rey looks to capitalize, but Garza kicks out at 2. Rey kicks Garza in the face for another two count. They tangle and Rey lands a big DDT for a close 2 count. Rey flies in with the seated senton. Garza holds the leg, slow Rey down. Garza drops Rey back down with a big knee, and Rey barely kicks out in time. Rey fights off wing clipper and hits a big sunset driver. Rey drops Angel in the back, putting him into position for the 619. Vega saves Garza from a 619. Fans boo her. Rey runs and leaps out, taking Garza down on the floor. Vega taunts Rey as the referee warns her. Rey has words with Vega now, allowing Garza to come from the side with a huge super kick to Rey's face. Garza launches Rey into the barricade now. Garza grabs Rey and drops him on the exposed concrete with a hammerlock DDT. The winner by disqualification, Rey Mysterio. After the match, fans boo as Vega and Garza stand tall outside with chants, "You suck." As we go to replay, while Garza and Vega heading to the ramp, stopping on the stage, they to turn around and taunt. We see referees checking on Rey. he is laid on the exposed concrete. Still to come, Charlotte Flair is here to pick her WrestleMania 36 opponent. Back from the break, and Tom talks again about the snowstorm and show us a crowd shot at the announcer table talking about fans batting the blizzard to make it to Raw. We go to the ring and out comes Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair takes the mic and points up at the WrestleMania 36 sign. She says everyone wants to know who she will face at WrestleMania as the Royal Rumble winner. Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch or SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley. She holds both titles multiple times and beaten both of the champions. She actually held all. Fans started chanting Rhea for WWE NXT Women's Champion Rhea Ripley, and Flair said yes. The Queen has love for NXT, and NXT has love for their Queen. Flair says she held all the gold 10 times, but the Queen still wants all the gold. She goes on, and the music interrupts, and out comes Rhea Ripley to a huge pop. Rhea Ripley enters the ring with her title as a NXT champ breaks out. Ripley says Flair did win the Women's Royal Rumble, and now she gets to challenge for any title she wants at WrestleMania. And she said she already beaten Becky and Bayley, but do you know who you haven't beaten? Me. Fans chant for Rhea again. As a matter of fact, Rhea Ripley has actually beaten Flair. Ripley says if Flair is going to challenge for any title at WrestleMania, well, she drops the mic and takes the title from around her waist and raises it in the air. Fans chant yes now. Flair approaches Rhea Ripley in the middle of the ring and smiles, then looks her up and down. Flair walks around Rhea Ripley and exits the ring as some fans boo. Rhea Ripley also laughs at Flair exits the ring without saying anything back. Flair music hits as she walks up the ramp. Tom says Flair still has time to think about this. Flair stops on the ramp and turns back around and delivers a woo to Ripley in the ring. Ripley raised her title in the air again as Flair exits. Sarah Schreiber is backstage asking Bobby Lashley about his game plan for a triple threat, and if he is distracted about Lana losing earlier tonight, he's not distracted by that because that was his wife's match, not his. Lashley is confident about winning the main event and says he's confident about beating Brock Lesnar at Super Showdown, then going on to WrestleMania 36 to beat the holy you-know-what out of Drew McIntyre to remain WWE champion. Lashley poses and walks off. Asuka versus Natalya. This match was just garbage. This match was god-awful. We go to the ring, and out comes WWE Tag Team Champions, the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka with Kairi Sane. I don't care about the Kabuki Warriors. Back from the break, and out comes Natalya as Asuka and Kairi Sane looks on. Natalya pays tribute to Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna by handing an arm band to a fan with the Lakers colors. The bell rings as they go back and forth to start. Natalya fights back out of the corner and hits a clotheslines. Natalya ends up taking Asuka down and grounding her. Natalya with body scissors. Asuka fights up and out, and they have words with Natalya, asking Asuka if she wants to shoot on her. Asuka ends up going for an Asuka lock, but Natalya resists. Asuka avoids a spinning back fist. They tangle some more, and Natalya avoids the German suplex. Natalya overpowers Asuka with a spinning sit-down powerbomb in the middle of the ring for a 2 count. Asuka Asuka kicks Natalya's sharpshooting attempt away. Asuka scrambles to the floor to regroup. Natalya tries to go after her, but the referee holds her back. Asuka recovers on the floor as we go to commercial. Back from the break, they go at it. Natalya tangles, but Asuka unloads with kicks to the chest while she's on her knees. They continue with the aggressive offense as Sane instructs Asuka from the outside. Asuka ends up kicking Natalya right in the face. Asuka with the ambitional stretch in the middle of the ring. The hold is broken as Asuka keeps control. Asuka delivers a shiny whistle for a close 2 count. They go back to the mat now as they tangle. Natalya resists and as a hold, but Asuka keeps focused on the arm. Natalya ends up powering to her feet with Asuka guillotine attempt lock. Natalya powers a guillotine into a big suplex for a pop. Asuka keeps charging, but Natalya fights her off. Natalya catches Asuka, but they roll each other up several times for 2 counts. Natalya catches Asuka with the disc clothesline right in front of Kairi Sane. Natalya goes for the sharpshooter and locks it in the middle of the ring. Asuka makes to the ropes and they off the apron. But Natalya keeps the hold applied as the referee counts. The referee finally has to break it up. Asuka goes to the floor for a breather. Natalya brings Asuka back into the ring, but Sane grabs from her behind. Natalya turns back around to stare down Kairi Sane down. Asuka takes advantage of the distraction and takes Natalya down with the Asuka lock. Natalya tries to resist but eventually tap out. The winner of the match, Asuka. After the match, Asuka stands tall with her music hits. We go to replay. Asuka takes the mic and yells about Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch in a Royal Rumble rematch. It sounds like the music interrupts and out comes the Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch to a pop for her entrance. Becky hits the ring as fans chant her name. As she faces off with Asuka. Becky brings Asuka, wanting to fight her again. Becky Lynch says, beating Asuka at the Royal Rumble, you know what? Near gave her superpowers, and if you think she wants to drink from the cup again, you know right. Becky says, why would she want to put her title on the line so close to WrestleMania? Because beating Asuka, you know what, again would be better than the first. Kairi Sane tries to attack from behind, but Lynch takes her out. Becky Lynch turns back around and flex, telling Asuka that she does have superpowers. Becky Lynch makes her exit with a huge thug-like glasses on, stops to turn Kairi Sane at the bottom of the ramp, and then makes her exit. Asuka talks trash from the ring. We see Seth Rollins backstage walking back to commercial. A triple threat for the WWE title shot. Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley versus Ricochet. Alright, back from the break. And out comes first Raw Tag Team Champion Seth Rollins for tonight's main event. Rollins takes the mic and calls on fans to give it up for his partner Buddy Murphy and the Authors of Pain for their win earlier tonight. Fans booed instead and Rollins thanks them. Rollins says it is his time to dethrone WWE Champion Brock Lesnar again. Fans booed and Rollins says he said the same thing last year, but a different response. How quickly things change around here. He recalled beating Lesnar for the Universal title last year. Rollins goes on about Lesnar and Drew McIntyre until the music hits and out comes Ricochet. The winner of this match will challenge Lesnar for the WWE title at Super Showdown in Saudi Arabia this month. Bobby Lashley is out next as we go to commercial. Back and forth back and forth, and everyone is going at it. Back and forth action and counters. Rollins with an early sling blade on Ricochet. Lashley gets knocked back out of the ring by Rollins. Rollins drives Ricochet into the mat for a 2 count. Lashley comes back in and dominates both competitors. Ricochet mounts offense and drop kicks Lashley out to the floor. Ricochet drops Lashley on the floor after flying out. He does the same on the other side, taking Rollins down with another big pop. Ricochet brings Rollins back into the ring, but Buddy Murphy runs down and shoves Ricochet off. The referee sees this, but there are no disqualifications. Akam and Reese are also run down, double teaming Lashley at ringside. Fans boo. Rollins is all smiles as his troops takes out the opponents and all out of the ring. The music hits, and here comes Kevin Owens. But Murphy runs up, but Kevin Owens takes him down on the stage. Eric of the Viking Raiders hits the ring from behind, and he attacks, but the numbers game catches up. Owens with a steel chair shots to AOP at ringside now. Eric also has a steel chair shot from AOP. Rollins looks on from the ring as Eric and Owens beats AOP through the crowd. Back to commercial. All right, back from the break and Rollins is going at it with Ricochet in the ring. They trade big strikes in the middle of the ring now. Lashley comes in and thirsts into Ricochet's gut. Lashley unloads on Rollins and dribbles him down into the mat. Lashley with a running clothesline and thirsts into the corner on Rollins. Lashley looks to put Rollins away, but Ricochet flies and takes him down. Ricochet mounts offense on Rollins now, playing the crowd for a pop. Ricochet kicks Lashley away and flies in, putting Rollins back down. Ricochet for the standing shooting star press on Rollins, but Bobby Lashley breaks the pin up. Lashley dribbles them both back into the mat and goes for a 2 count on Rollins. Rollins slides out of a move and rocks Lashley with an elbow. Rollins goes to the top and hits a super blockbuster, but Ricochet breaks up the pin just in time. More back and forth now. Rollins goes to the top, but Ricochet drops him with an enziguri. Ricochet climbs up for a suplex, but Lashley joins in. Lashley hits a super suplex as all three crash down at once. Rollins rolls out of the ring as fans chant, "This is awesome now." Lashley and Ricochet tangle some more. Ricochet goes to the top and hits the Super 630 on Lashley as fans cheer him on. Ricochet covers for the pin to win and earn the title shot. The winner and the new #1 contender to WWE title, Ricochet. After the match, WWE Champion Brock Lesnar immediately rushed down to the ring and drops Ricochet with the F5 before he can even begin celebrating the win. Fans boo and cheers as Lesnar stands over Ricochet, hyped up, raising the WWE title in the air. Raw goes off the air with Ricochet versus Lesnar confirmed for Saudi Arabia, while the Beast stands over his challenger. For my opinion, at Saudi Arabia, I don't think Ricochet is not winning the WWE Championship. That's just my opinion. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed my WWE Raw review and highlights, drop a like on this video. Share the video all over social media. My Twitter, my Instagram, and TikTok will be linked down below in the description. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. You guys have a great night, KFG family. I'll talk to you guys later, and I'm out of here.